Emails are useless. Okay, let me give a little backstory. One day I was sitting at my desk finishing my English essay. Now this essay was important, so I was going to send an email to my teacher for some feedback. So I whipped up an email and hit send. And as it's sending, I look at what I'm sending. And I notice something. Holy shit, I misspelled like 8 words. Since this was going to my English teacher, my grammar needed to be perfect. Otherwise, well... I glanced at the bottom left as the undo button disappeared, and I realized something. Emails are fucking useless. Email was invented in 1971 and was literally the first way to message anyone across the network. And it was revolutionary. It was a way to connect people around the world instantly. And if you think about it, at the time, that is pretty insane. People would have had relatives or friends around the world, and email essentially ruled out a 3-week wait for a postcard, for only seconds over a network. For the most part, it made physical mailing almost redundant, and I feel it doesn't get as much credit as something like the invention of the phone or the computer, as emailing was truly revolutionary at the time. As we moved more into the 21st century, email saw more of a decline, as instead of communication over email, people were texting or using social media. Email was not seen as the cool form of social interaction anymore. It was seen as more of a business tool that just carries your spam emails. Emailing to us now is what postcards were to people when emailing was invented. It's redundant. Okay, so why do I think email is useless? Well, for the first point, you can't delete your email once it's fully sent. On Gmail, there is at least like this small little undo button that's there for 3 seconds. But other than that, you can't get rid of it. You can unsend messages on other services like Instagram, Snapchat, Discord, Facebook even. So why can't you just unsend a goddamn email? Well, it's actually because your data is transferred to someone else's server, but like, nothing a few lines of code can't fix. But not being able to unsend something is so annoying, as I feel it almost renders email useless. Because what if you send something you didn't mean, or someone sent something from your account you didn't want, etc. There is no undoing, it's just a pain in the ass. Alright, second point is the design and functionality. Like, bro, what is this? This looks like something they created in the Great Depression. It's sad. Back then, I understood that they didn't really care about what it looked like, but nowadays it's all about the aesthetics and less about the functionality. You want your interface to look nice, and yes, I know you can change it to make it look slightly better, but I'll choose something like this over email any day of the week. The last point is the functionality. On the functionality front, email feels so bland, man. Like, all you do is send an email with a subject, maybe attach a file, and then send. And yeah, this is the main function of a messaging platform. I'm completely fine with this, but something like Instagram DMs also has the same function, plus you could call or FaceTime from it, send GIFs from it, and just do much more than an email. And it's why people are using email less and less, because there are better options. And email is just becoming more and more useless as we can see more platforms coming forward with a lot more functionality. The only real way email could save itself from becoming completely redundant is competing with these other messaging services. They could switch up their interface to look more appealing or message-like, add more functionality like other services, and for the love of God, please let me unsend a fucking email. A total reskin of any emailing service to bring it more into competition with other services would add quite a lot to it. But I don't see this happening because a lot of businesses and schools use email still, and if they reskin it to something more modern, it could just create a whole lot of confusion among people. Email was a revolutionary tool back in the 20th century, but nowadays it has just become pretty redundant, with other messaging services having better aesthetics, functionality, and the ability to unsend an email. Ultimately, in my opinion, email has become a lot more useless than it was previously, but this is just my opinion, so feel free to express yourself in the comments. Alright, thanks for watching.